Hey there, my fellow Kages. This is Ace Kage Mottes, and today we are going to be doing the S rank Susanoo Itachi mission. I'm going to be using a free-to-play team mostly. I would say 90% free-to-play or so, with two 5-star Kabutos, okay? As you can see, I'm bringing the two Sasuke's, Jiraiya, and the Gaara, okay? You can bring, and I'm bringing these two healers, one green Kabuto, one purple Kabuto. I brought one of each. That way it would be more easier for you guys to be able to use this team, because instead of bringing two of the same color, I brought one of each, yeah. Now, the strategy for this is pretty simple. Using CM2 Sasuke, you know, whenever you need to use your stalling jutsu, your dodge, you use your dodge. If not, you just gang up on him and then you stall. I sped up the entire raid for you guys because, as you know, the Itachi S rank mission can be a little slow. So I sped up the whole raid so it'll be a little faster, so you guys can see what I've been doing and not have to wait as long as you normally would. Now, also the A and the K on the bottom right hand corner. For those of you who still don't know what that means, and I'll just bring this up every once in a while regarding the clan. Listen, you want to join the Ace Kage clan, it's very simple what you got to do. I want to talk about that a little bit more, because in the game you would have to change your name. Like, you would have to go to your name in the game and add the A and the K to your name in the brackets. That's how you join the clan, by subscribing, leaving a like on the video, and then adding that to your name in the game. And also let me know that you joined. That's awesome. I will be replying to your comments, and I will be reading, and I read them always as well. So yeah, so adding the A and the K to your name, but the game limits how much you can see there. Hold on, you can see there I'm using Gaara to dodge as well. Gaara's barrier really comes in handy here, so that's why he's a good unit to bring, because of his barrier. Now remember, this is free to play. Kitamaru also works well, but he's not free to play necessarily. You have to pull him. For this guy, you can farm this Gaara. This is the raid Gaara, so he's really good with his barrier. So yeah, guys, that's also something I want to bring up. Going back to what I was saying regarding the clan, that's how you join the clan, guys. Subscribe, leave a like, and change your name in the game. The only thing is that it limits how many characters you can put down, how many letters you can put in the game. So you would have to like find a way to put the A and the K either in front of your name or behind your name. It's up to you. But and you find what name fits best for you guys. That's how you join the clan, and that's how you represent the Ace Kage clan. What does it mean to be in the Ace Kage clan? Ace Kage means that you are an Ace Kage. Kages in the anime were, you know, fearsome warriors. We're the best of the best, the most respected, the most honored, you know. And so this is what the Ace Kage clan is all about. Here we complete the hard objectives. Here we do the stuff, you know, and we get the stuff done. We get the pearls without using pearls. That's what we are aiming for always. If we see an objective can't be done, then we simply wait until it can be done, because some objectives are harder to complete and some are impossible to complete right now until they release certain units that can help out. So yeah, guys, I just want to bring that up regarding the clan. That's how it works, guys. It's simple, really isn't difficult. Just do those things. Like I said, you just change your name in the game, find what works best for you. That way you can represent it. Also subscribe, leave a like, and also let me know. I love to hear from you guys, and I will be replying. Once again, I emphasize that. Now, we are on the second map. As you guys have been noticing, we haven't been having too much trouble doing this raid at all. It's been pretty much, you know, using these free-to-play units. This could be a really good way if you want to farm it solo. Multiplayer works too. The only problem that I have with multiplayer is how long it takes, especially doing this raid. It can take so long, my goodness, and you can't speed it up. You can't do nothing about it. So yeah, that's the only thing with multiplayer. But if you're doing it solo, it's a lot more faster and a lot more easier. As you guys can see, I'm just using that barrier whenever I need to use it. That way I don't take as much damage. But we're having an easy time here, you know. I did not bring any blue free-to-play units because this is a green raid, so you're gonna want to make sure not to bring blue units, or else you're going to be taking too much damage, because they do super effective damage against green. So you're going to want to bring either a neutral unit, purple, yellow, red, you know, heart, wisdom, bravery, or skill, you know, or a super effective unit like heart units. Like my Gar, for example, he's really good for stalling for this raid, because on top of the fact that he has a barrier and a dodge, he also has the elemental advantage over that Itachi, because he's a red unit, a heart unit, and the Itachi's a skill unit. So that's why it's really good to bring this Gaara. If you want to run a free-to-play team, this would be a really good team for you to use. Now, if you want to bring Jiraiya, I also brought out Jiraiya, so Jiraiya is good for this team as well. If you want to switch out one of the CM2 Sasuke's for another Jiraiya, you can definitely do that too, and that will work just as fine. The point of this video is so you get an idea of how to run this raid with a free-to-play team. That way, well, mostly free-to-play team. The healers, though, you can replace those healers if you want with a Shizune. Either way, Shizune is not free-to-play. There are no free-to-play healers, I think. Are there? No, I don't think there are any free-to-play burst healers or nothing. So every healer you're gonna have is gonna be, you know, not free to play. Also, if you don't have any other option but to bring a Rin, you could bring a Rin. Just be careful using her, because she could, if she gets hit, then yeah, it's gonna be ugly. So preferably don't bring a Rin, but yeah, bring 2 healers, bring these free to play units, and you are good to go, guys. Notice how I do not have any repeated units. The repeated unit that I have is my friend unit. Okay, my units are not repeated. One thing that I always like to do is to show you a raid with different units, not with just the same one, unless it's a healer, of course. If it's a healer, I might bring a repeated unit, but even then, I prefer to bring one of each. That way, you guys can see how it is doing one of each unit. See? And it makes it easier for you guys to use those units, because if it's repeated, then you're going to have to pull them, you know, more than once, and then it can get a little tricky there. So yeah, notice how I'm not using any repeated units at all, and that way you guys can make this team a lot more easier. So we're almost done here with Itachi, and then once we go to Susanoo Itachi, that's when we are going to go ahead and first take out the barrier, because you can't nuke him right away. You're going to have to take out that barrier. By taking out the barrier, he can't use it, because it will be very annoying. I'm not even bothering to use Gaara's jutsu for anything else but to damage this guy. Notice how I'm going to take some damage here, but it's okay. It's okay. Remember, we have a safe space in the bottom left corner when we need it, and Sasuke is really good for this because of his jutsu range. It's really long, and he can also stay in the corner. See, notice how I'm using Sasuke's ultimate jutsu to hit the barrier while at the same time staying in the corner, and I completely avoid taking damage down there. We destroyed the barrier by getting a crit, so that was really good. Maybe if we wouldn't have gotten that crit, I don't know if the barrier would not have been down, but even if it wasn't down, we would have still been able to hit it with Jiraiya. I believe so, but I think it might have been down anyways, even without the crit. The crit was just an extra boost to help us out. So my Gaara is taking some damage here, but don't worry too much, because he is a heart unit. Like I said, he takes reduced damage from this skill type, so we're good. He's not taking that much damage, and we have healers at the bottom. Notice how my healers are not under my Gaara. You should not put your healers under the unit you want to use to stall. If you plan on stalling with a unit, it's best if you leave your healers in the other slots. That way you can heal with them while your tank, being the one you're using to stall, to tank the hits from the main boss or whatever you're fighting. That way your tank can do the tanking while you're doing the healing. So yeah, when you set up your teams, take these things into consideration. It will help you out. You will have an easier time doing these raids if you do so. So here we go. So we're just go ahead and stalling for our jutsus. Now that we've taken out the shield, it's a matter of using our jutsus to nuke him, to slowly chip away at his health. That way we can just, you know, move on to the next. That way we can finish this raid, obviously. Also, I'm interested to hear what you guys think about about the objectives for the S rank mission. If you haven't seen my body only, definitely check that out. My body only for the A rank. That video is up. That will definitely help you guys out. Should definitely check that out. Body only, no pearls, guys, for the A rank Susanoo Itachi mission. Also my Rock Lee heart only. You guys remember the Rock Lee raid, the A rank Rock Lee raid? Okay, I have the heart only video up. It went up today. It's fresh out of the oven, guys. Fresh out of the oven, fresh baked. Rock Lee A rank, no pearls, heart units only, red units only. Definitely check that out so you can get a better idea of how you can do that raid. And I'll give you a hint. It involves sealers, it involves dodgers, it involves healing. but yeah, okay, so definitely check that out, guys. Also, I'm interested to hear, like I said, about the S rank objectives. Let me know what you guys think of the skill only and the body only for this for the S rank, okay? Because I did it for the A rank, but for the S rank, I think that the skill only, there's a possibility for it, definitely. I think it has to do with limit breaking as well, like a limit broken, maybe Sasori limit broken, something like that. But yeah, that's just the speculation, though. I mean, you won't really know until you try it in the raid. Unfortunately, I never pulled a Sasori, which sucks because I did try, but I didn't get him. And if you guys haven't seen my Utakata summoning, then you could always check that out as well and see how I did there. And yeah, Utakata, you know, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but let's just say that you'll feel emotion when you see it, okay? You'll feel my emotion when you guys see the video. You'll understand what I mean. You'll understand. All right, so we are almost done here. We have his health already down to more than half, so we're doing pretty good. We are in an okay position here. Our health is looking a little low. Notice how he's about to do his danger, but this is why CM2 Sasuke comes in so useful for this raid. That's why it's better to have another one of him as a friend, because you can get more options to dodge the hits completely in case the turn falls on somebody else. Like, let's say you have Sasuke on the first slot, but then he does his danger and you're on the third slot, then you won't get to use your CM2 Sasuke to dodge. If you have two, it raises the chances of you being able to use him for dodging. So yeah, that's another good reason why you might want to bring another CM2 Sasuke. Yeah, definitely, guys. So, like I said, we're building up our jutsus. We're almost done here, guys. As you can see, my Gaara's jutsu is already built up, and now we're going to go ahead and use it on him. I did speed up this raid for you guys. If you notice the icons at the bottom, they are going a little faster because I did speed up some of the parts here. I did, that way it wouldn't take as long. Like I said, Susanoo Itachi fight is a stall fest. It can be a little slow. Oh my goodness, especially on multiplayer. Wow, unless you nuke him. Listen, unless you nuke the guy, it takes a while. It does, you know, with the hits, with the stalling, with the this, with the that, the barrier. Oh, and if you didn't take out the barrier and you didn't nuke him, man, that just takes even longer. Because if you're doing A rank, you have to wait for the cooldown. But then S rank, you know, the barrier doesn't go away, so it's rough. It's rough, you know. I feel like they definitely need to implement different fixes for this system. For the multiplayer especially. Multiplayer should definitely be a more enjoyable experience than what it is now. It's okay if they release harder raids, that's not the problem. It's okay if the raids have different mechanics, that's fine. The only problem is if they make it more tedious to do the multiplayer. That's the only thing that I would say. That's the only thing, you know. It should be funner, it should be more awesome to play with other people. Definitely, you know, Bandai, I would say look into this, because there has to be more to this. There has to be a solution you guys can do that will fix this more and help it and make it more enjoyable. Yeah, that's what I mean. I know that many of you definitely can agree with that, definitely. So we take him out using our Chidori Lament. I believe that's what his move is called. We got the drop, but did we get the crystal drop? Let me go ahead and see here. If we got the crystal drop, I hope so. Those crystal drop rates are a little low. Okay, it looks like we did get the crystal drop. That is awesome. My first time getting the drop, guys. First time getting the drop. I know that many of you have noticed that the crystal drops were a little bit lower on this raid, and I think that's very unfortunate. I really do. I don't get why they would do that. I feel like if you're gonna add a bunch of limit breaking, it should not be lower, it should be higher, it should be easier to get the crystals. That way we can keep up with all the limit breaks. But yeah, you know, that's unfortunate. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. Remember, guys, you want to join the clan, just, you know, do those things that I said in the beginning. That's all you got to do, guys. Thank you for leaving your like, showing your support. I hope this video helps you guys out. Free to play mostly with the healers, which have to be, you know, healers that are pulled. Thank you for watching once again. I will be back with more videos. Check out the videos below and at the end of this one. Goodbye, guys.